Good evening. It is about 20 to 8 on Monday evening. Vlogging later than usual today. My apologies. Had stuff to do this morning. Usually I vlog in the morning and then I vlog in the evening, so I have one up at some point during the day and then another video up sometime in the evening. But today it'll just be a later evening vlog when this goes up. So apologies. How was everybody's weekend? If anybody's watching. Oh, I didn't realize my ponytail had come out so much. It was a decent weekend for myself. My boyfriend did end up coming down, so I was super excited about that. Very happy when he comes down. Didn't do much. Was planning on doing a bonfire. That never happened. Was planning on going in the pool. That never happened. Came down Friday after work, so he was kind of tired, you know. Been up and on the go since about 5:30 that morning, I guess, so. But that's fine. Just kind of chilled on the couch and watched CSI, probably. I think that's what we watched. I don't remember. It's probably CSI. I don't have cable, so I have box sets of a few shows that I really, really liked. And I watch those from time to time. I want to watch something on the big TV because, you know, as, you know, me and my kids or me and my boyfriend or whatever. Because otherwise we're surrounded around the desktop computer or something, and that's just not comfortable at all. But it was nice, you know. And then Saturday late morning, early afternoon, we went for a walk through this park here that I come and park at for my vlogs at night. And actually right behind me, well, sort of behind me in kitty corner, is a fry truck that kind of specialize in poutine. And I was kind of pissed off because we come down here, well, like we came down here specifically for poutine and then go for a walk, right? So we come down and we get our poutine and go sit at one of the picnic tables, because this park actually has their picnic tables out. And I said to him when we went and sat down, like, damn, I didn't realize until after I ordered that they actually have a vegan poutine. For the same price as the regular poutine. Usually vegan shit is wicked expensive. But it was the same price. I thought, shit, if I'd have seen that, I would have totally tried it. I'm not vegan, but I am kind of vegetarian. Like, I don't eat meat because I can't process it. It causes me great tummy pain. But I eat eggs, I eat cheese, I eat all that stuff. I eat fish. I love fish. Oh, fish is so good. But yeah, and I love gravy. But again, gravy tends to cause not as much of an issue as if I eat like a hamburger or something, but it doesn't cause pain, but it does cause discomfort. And I've never seen a vegan version of poutine before. I was kind of curious as to what that would be like. I know vegan cheese is usually made out of nuts or something. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Vegan cheese curds? I don't know. Or vegan gravy? Like, I don't even know what that's about. But, I mean, if it tastes all right and it costs the same and it doesn't cause the discomfort, then woohoo. So I was kind of bummed about that. But the poutine was really, really good. It was really, really good. And we did our walk through the park and everything, and walked back home. And I ended up passing out on the couch. I have no idea how long I passed out. I would, it was one of those, you kind of lay your head down and you cuddle with your significant other and passed out. It's funny. It's like, oh, sorry, I woke up. I was like, what? What day is it? It's like, it's still Saturday. I'm like, okay, good. I felt bad. Whatever. It's not very often I pass out during the day, so I obviously needed it. But, and I'd stuck a roast in the slow cooker for everybody Saturday morning before I took my eldest to work. So about an hour or so before I left to go pick him up, I threw the vegetables and stuff in, and then around 5:15 I went to pick up my eldest, and we had dinner. They had roast and whatever, and I don't know. I don't remember what I had. Well, I think I had some potatoes. I made myself a separate thing of potatoes and vegetables and just had that. And I'd said earlier in the day, like when we were out on our walk and whatever, I said, maybe tonight we'll do a fire, right? So if it's nice out, because I think they were calling for a chance of rain over the weekend. And I said, well, if the weather holds, we should do a bonfire and, maybe have a couple drinks and, just sit outside and chew the fat or just sit and enjoy the hypnotic beauty of the bonfire and have a couple drinks. He's like, oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. And then he said something about going for ice cream. I was like, oh, well, I suppose we could do that if you want. So we did. We ended up, we were watching, I don't know, one of my box sets while we're having dinner. And then I guess around 7 or 8-ish, he's like, let's go get some ice cream. I was like, okay. So off to the Dairy Queen and go get some ice cream. And I had to stick mine back in the freezer for a little bit because they overfilled it. It made a big ice cream mess in my car. I was not happy. And so I had to stick it in the freezer a little bit so that it would stop dripping all over the damn place. And by the time it was frozen enough for me to take it out without making a mess, it was probably like, I don't know, 9:30 or 9:45, something like that. And so I just sat down and ate my ice cream, and we're watching whatever box set I put on. And next thing you know, it's like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, whatever it was. So I packed everything up and, you go get ready for bed and everything. And I turned around and I was like, we never did our bonfire. We suck. Whatever. And then Sunday we just sat out in my backyard. Pretty much until it was time for him to go home. And I had to go gas my car, and I think my eldest was off. Yeah, he was off yesterday. He was off Sunday and today. So, and my youngest dad had texted me in the latter part of the afternoon and told me he was going to bring my youngest home after dinner. It's like, all right, well, I still have to go out that way and get gas, but whatever. It means I don't have to cook. Yay. So that was fine. And then today, well, last night, I phoned up my buddy, and I had told him a couple weeks ago, oh, that sun is brutal. I had told my buddy a couple of weeks ago, it's not going to help, it's just the way it is, that for fixing my laptop, I would take him to Lowe's and he can pick out he built this really pretty raised garden, I guess. But he didn't put any flowers in it last year, and he was talking about it this year. And I said, well, why don't I take you to Lowe's and you know, you grab whatever you want for your garden or whatever, and I'll pay for it for you as payment for doing my laptop, right? And he was like, you know, well, you can't do that. And I said, well, no, yeah, I can, because I have this, like, I don't have any money. I can't pay you. But I have this Lowe's card from when I bought flooring for my house. And I haven't, I mean, it was like a $500 freaking gift card. Like, what am I going to do with that? I bought all my flowers, and I bought chlorine for my pool, and whippersnipper string. And I mean, the only other thing I can think of to get that I need is, I need a barbecue cover and maybe some more filters for the pool, right? But other than that, I don't need anything else this year. And I can't afford to pay you with money, so let me buy you these flowers, right? Off my gift card. And I'd said this to him like a few weeks ago. And I called him up last night and kind of reminded him. And he said, no, he said, I didn't fix your computer because there's something wrong with the hard drive. He thinks I need a new hard drive. And I said, well, that's fine. If you can hold on to it, I said, I'll have to save up for this hard drive. But if you can hold it, like, just keep the laptop there, and when I order the hard drive, I'll let you know. And I'll just have it sent to your place. And then you've got everything right there, right? Whenever you get a chance, just throw her in and get her done. Do what you gotta do. But I said, I'm buying you these flowers because he's already taken a few days dinking around with it to find out what was wrong with it, right? So either way, he's done work on it. So we went to Lowe's this morning, and he picked out his flowers for his garden box, raised garden, whatever the hell it's called. And I decided to pick up some citronelle plants. And I picked up some sage because I love the smell of sage. And there was something else that I grabbed there. Citronella, Sage. Oh, and a couple of peppermint plants that specifically said it was peppermint for mojitos. So they better make some damn fine mojitos when they get big. Love mojitos. So, but peppermint is supposed to be helpful in keeping away the spiders. And citronella is supposed to be good for keeping away the skitters. So, and then I have these like metal torches that I put out with the citronella oil in them. So, hopefully that'll keep the little suckers at bay. Because when we get bitten by mosquitoes, I mean, not so much me, I just get a little itchy, it's fine, whatever. Throw some vinegar or something on that, and it's fine. But my boys get like welts, and it's more painful than itchy. So, oh, freaking bangs, I tell ya. So I got those all put into pots this afternoon. So it looks good. So I have to check the receipt on that gift card, but I'm pretty sure that there's enough left on there that I can get me that barbecue cover and some pool filters. I have bought a barbecue cover every year for the last like 2 years. Piss me off. I don't know what goes on out there in the wintertime. But every year, around February, March, I just go back there and I check on everything, make sure everything's okay. And that barbecue cover is tore to shreds. I don't know what the raccoons or the bunnies or the squirrels or the chipmunks, or I don't know what the hell they're all doing back there, but they're trying to get at my barbecue because it is tore up. So I'm going to try and find like a good sturdy material barbecue cover, like canvas or something, because we're sick of that. I'm not replacing my barbecue cover every goddamn season. That is annoying. Let's see here. Let's try a little something here. Holy moly. Is that better? Maybe I can take my sunglasses off. Whew. Damn, that is bright. There, is that better? Y'all are a little close, I'm sorry. And I have to remember to look over this way. Let's see here. That makes me awfully close to you guys, doesn't it? Oh, well. Anywho, and I can't rest my hand on anything. Use my pop socket for a while. So, yeah. That's what's been going on with me. I was talking to my boyfriend over Sunday. Yeah, Sunday before he left, because we were sitting out in the backyard. We were talking about a lot of things, but he was kind of venting a little bit about his job and, you know, trade work, and I agree with him. He was saying, you know, if you're gonna work in a trade, generally you have to go to school for said trade. Unless you've got so much experience, and they can kind of grandfather you in a little bit. Like, he's a mechanic, right? And to the best of my knowledge, he's never been like to school for it. Like, he never went to school for engine repair or anything like that, right? But that's what he does, basically. He works on big trucks and trailers and things like that. And there, that's better. Sorry. And but it's frustrating because there's the shop rate, which I guess is, say $130 or whatever, and they might make like, I don't know, $20 or something, like an hour or whatever. Which, is fine by me as somebody who did go to school and paid and earned my certificate in hairdressing, which, yes, is a trade, and has made, no more than whatever the minimum wage is at the time. I have a hard time kind of feeling sorry for him. However, I don't have to pay for my implements, right? I don't have to. I do, but I don't have to. There are places where you have to supply your own equipment, so you're forking out money for, all the things. Combs of various types, brushes of various types, scissors, thinning scissors of various types, curling rods, perm rods, roller rods, all kinds of stuff, right? Foil for highlights, caps for highlights, on and on and on. And then the chemicals and the cleaning supplies, which we are going to talk about. So, of course, I've got like an entire family walking in front of me now. It's going to make me feel weird. Anyways, he has to buy like thousands of dollars in tools, right, to do his job. Oh my God, this light. Sorry. Thousands of dollars to do his job for these tools. All out of pocket. Nothing reimbursed. All that kind of stuff. And, yeah, he's just frustrated, right? Like, I get it. Extreme close-up again. Sorry, the light's getting weird. Yeah, and then there's no benefits, there's no retirement, like no pension, and then you get some of these trades that are like unionized, millwright and all that kind of stuff, and he says they make like $45 an hour, plus pension, plus benefits, all that kind of good stuff. Whew. I cannot find a good spot for love or money. Sorry. I guess that'll have to do for now. There it goes again. Oh, there. Are we good? Will that do? Okay. So, yeah, I mean, go to school, learn a trade, earn a certificate. It's a shot in the dark. I don't know. I feel his pain. It's frustrating. And you put in all this time and hard work, and there's no recognition, and in a lot of people's cases, and like in my case, it's time away from my kids. My eldest was pretty much raised in hairdressing salons because couldn't always afford a sitter. I got very lucky and found a wonderful young girl that used to watch my eldest for like $20 a day, not an hour, a day. You know, I sat her down with her mom because she was a teenager and just explained everything. And they were both like, cool, cool. I mean, you know, $20 a day. She was watching them pretty much every day during the week, right? And, well, she did Saturdays too, I think, because I worked Saturdays. And if she didn't watch them Saturdays, my mom did. And then if I couldn't have a sitter, like a lot of times in the evening, he would come to work. I would pick him up at school or daycare and bring him to work for the latter half of my shift. You know, when he reached, 5 or 6, I mean, he was in there. He would sweep the floors and entertain whiny children and talk to the old ladies. He was great, But if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have been able to work the shifts I worked, and I wouldn't have seen him half as much. Like, all these employers want you to work, 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week for crap pay, no benefits, no pension, and for other people to raise your kids. It's insane. And it's even harder with the situation now because at least before, from 9 to 3:15, the kids were in school. 8:45, I guess, to 3:15, the kids were in school. So you at least had that window to go and work, right? You don't even have that now. Now they're at home. Well, if they're under 14, at least here in Ontario, you can't leave them home alone for 8 hours a day. That's child neglect. Like, you can't do that. A couple hours maybe. I mean, both kids, when they were little, not little, but school aged, like my eldest was 9.5 when my youngest was born. So by the time my youngest started school, my eldest was the one bringing him to school. Well, no, for the first couple of years I was, because I was off. I wasn't working. But, because I was on my compassionate care leave for my mom and everything. But once I went back to work, my eldest was in high school. And, was usually gone before, as I was getting up in the morning. So and my youngest was always up. He's a morning person. But I would have to get him shoved out the door by 10 to 8 because they had to be at the school by 8 o'clock for breakfast club so that I could be at work for 8:30. My shift's starting at 9, but I'm that bitch. I have to be at least a half hour early to caffeinate and stuff. And then the boys were home alone for about an hour until I got home from work. Right? So, my brother and I were the same boat. Our mom was a single mom, and we were latch door kids. We had house keys around our necks. And, I can remember many a times having to have my brother open the can of ravioli and stick her in the microwave because I was too short. I couldn't reach any of that stuff. And, we learned quick how to nuke shit for dinner because mom would come home and go the frig to bed. Oh my God, my kids were in the same boat for a little while. It was like, learn how to, it's Chef Boyardee and toast, my dude. And both of them hate that canned pasta shit. They hate it. But they ate it. Then I went out and bought a crock pot because and I'm here to tell you, especially in the wintertime, everything you can think of is made in that damn crock pot, because throw her in, put her on low or whatever, and dinner is done by the time you get home in the evening. No F's given. Right? If you're doing a roast, you might have to throw it in the oven at 350 for 10 or 15 minutes to brown the sucker, but yeah, he is in such a mood today. Sorry, my boyfriend texted. But it's annoying. It's sad. It's frustrating. And like I said, now there's not even the school to, fill in some time. I don't know, man. I mean, it scares me because, like, I'm 44. I turned 44 in May. Retirement age is like 65. So by the time my youngest is 14, what is he, 11? Fucking math. 11, 12, 13, 14, 44, 45. I'll be like 47. There aren't too many places that have benefits and pensions that are going to want to hire somebody who's damn near 50. End up mopping floors at 7-Eleven or fucking slinging coffee at Tim Hortons. Like, and I'm not knocking those jobs. That's honest work. That's an honest day's pay. But I've worked too damn hard in my life to hit retirement and not have money to retire. Like, it's just so frustrating to bust your ass in a career for 19 years. In my case, that's hairdressing, and have absolutely dick to show for it. There's something really, really wrong with that. And it's even worse in those jobs now with the COVID, right? Like, I do not understand why. Here in Ontario right now, you can go sit on a patio and eat with 4 people to a table. Okay, tables 6 feet apart, whatever the fuck. Pretty much everything is open. As far as I know, the malls aren't. Well, I think the mall is open. The malls are open. You can eat out on the patios. You can have outdoor groups of 10. You know, outdoor churches, outdoor gyms, all that kind of crap. You can do all that. Hairdressers can't work. Tattoo artists can't work. If you do nails and feet and stuff like that, you can't work. And the worst thing about that is, as far as, I don't know about the nail salons. I've seen some pretty shoddy ones, but I know for a fact that hair salons and tattoo parlors are very, very, very clean places. We clean with medical grade cleaner. We clean our stations after every customer. Our combs get soaked in medical grade cleaner after every customer. You could perform surgery in most hair salons. Okay? If it was not for hair actually flying around, because I'm here to tell you that our implements and our surfaces are clean. You know, we have to deal with the bloodborne pathogens and all that bullshit. So do tattoo parlors. Those places all clean with medical grade cleaners. They are cleaner than any restaurant. They are cleaner than any Tim Hortons. They are cleaner than any mall you're going to go into. Like, and they're smaller and they have less people and there's less people waiting around. Like, these places are run like factories. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Like, there's no messing around. There's a little bit of chit chat. We make things friendly, but we keep her moving. And that is how we're trained. Keep her moving. So I don't get why hair salons and tattoo parlors especially cannot be open right now. I think it is utter bullshit. And I've said it before, if I owned a salon, if I ran a tattoo parlor, I would be open right now. Come find me. I don't care. See you tomorrow. We'll start a pile. And I would take that shit to court. There is no reason to keep people from working. The government doesn't have that right. They don't have the right to tell me that I cannot work in my trade. Somebody's horn's going off. Yeah. Pisses me off to no friggin' end. No friggin' end. And I think that's, that's why my boyfriend's all bummed out tonight, right? He's in a job that, he likes the work itself. But as a job, there's no money in it. It's long work. It's physical work. And there's no recognition for it. He doesn't even get a, good job, way to go. Which loses its shine after a while. Quite frankly. It comes to a point where, great, you appreciate me. How's about you pay me? How's about you give me some benefits? How's about we do a little pension matching? We all want to retire one day. You get these companies that make millions of dollars, and they pay their workers like garbage, like Walmart, First Choice. It just, it's wrong. I mean, I wish I had the business knowledge to own a business, because I would treat my workers right. Just saying. I mean, as somebody who's been a worker bee her whole life, and I don't mind being a worker bee. I don't want the responsibility of bookkeeping and problem solving with the customers and whatever. I don't want to deal with all that crap. I don't have the patience for that. And I don't have the head for the numbers, for the bookkeeping and stuff. So, yeah, somebody else deal with that. But there comes a point where kudos doesn't pay the bills. Thank you doesn't put food in my kids' stomachs or clothes on their backs. Thank you doesn't help me in retirement. And, maybe I'm lazy, but I don't want to be cutting hair or doing PSW work or any of that kind of garbage when I'm fucking 65 years old. I don't want to be doing that shit when I'm 55 years old. Like, God damn it. The majority of my life, I have had a job or two since I was about 14. If I wasn't delivering papers, I was slinging coffee. If I wasn't slinging coffee, I was waitressing. If I wasn't waitressing, I was bartending, and at the same time, short order cooking. Like, if I wasn't doing that, then I was, working in a clerical position with my mother so that I could pay to go to makeup art school. Or the same thing when I did hairdressing. I worked at a job at the time, fiance's mother's place, doing clerical shit so that I could pay to go to hairdressing school. Like, you bust your ass and you have nothing to show for it. I mean, I've got 2 healthy kids. Don't get me wrong. I am extremely grateful for what I do have. I have 2 very smart, very healthy boys with their own minds, their own thoughts. They're able to voice their own opinions. I think I've done just that alone, I've done a damn good job. They haven't gotten anybody knocked up. They've never been in jail. I think I've done a pretty damn good job so far. Got a decent house in a shit neighborhood in a dead-end town that has absolutely nothing to offer anybody over the age of 10 or under the age of 60. It's a retirement town. I mean, it's a pretty town, but it's a retirement town through and through. That is who everything is catered to. Other than that, it's plant workers, power drinkers, junkies, and dope dealers. I mean, hard dope, like fentanyl and all that kind of good, like, yeah. I want out of here. I want a job. I mean, I would lick toilets with my own personal tongue if that job paid me a decent wage, had decent benefits, and a friggin' pension. I'm just saying. I'm picky. I don't think that that's anything crazy to ask for. You know, I really don't. But maybe I'm wrong. Well, what do I know? I'm an unemployed hairdresser. I don't know, man. I'm in a mood. Not happy. I don't like the way that things are going. I don't like the way that I see things happening. I don't agree with any of it. But I don't know how to fix it. I mean, I'm one person, right? I don't know. But I know I don't like it. And I know I don't want to play this game. I want to see my eldest able to move out. I want my youngest to be able to go to school and actually learn useful things, not, you know, he doesn't need to learn about Black Lives Matter. He doesn't need to learn about gay pride. He doesn't need to learn about critical race theory. He needs to learn math and reading. He needs to learn cursive. He needs to learn history, all history. He needs to learn science, chemistry, biology. I want my boyfriend to be happy. I would like my brother to be able to work a decent job and be happy. I just want to be happy. I don't know. Kind of a bleak vlog, but that's how I feel. Not happy. Anyways, anybody watching, sorry. But be safe. Be good to yourself. And we'll talk later.